marvelous alien invasion movies that critics love to bash. The fascination with alien movies goes back to as early as the 50s when the sci-fi genre started growing in prominence. With time, the technological boost led to better special effects and ensured that the movies appeared all the more realistic. The obsession over such movies continued to grow, and even today, alien movies are popular all over the world. They come threat to humanity, or they came in a friendly avatar helping the good people. With the likes of Steven Spielberg, John Carpenter, and other notable directors delivering some classics in this genre, the popularity soared further. But amidst the success story, there are some misunderstood films as well. These movies suffered unfair criticism by the critics and were often way ahead of their time. Although they did not taste commercial success, these are underrated gems that deserve appreciation. In this video, we will tell you about some of these alien invasion movies that were trashed by the critics despite being good. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin our show on the movie.
Get this thing off me! Hurry! Switch out the arm! Hurry!
Attraction, 2018. It is almost like the American film industry has a monopoly on alien movies. For once, the aliens came to Russia in the movie Attraction, and it was ripped apart by the critics. The plot centers around an alien spaceship that crash lands in Moscow. Hecken, the alien character, falls in love with the daughter of a colonel in the Russian army, but a group of people wants the alien to leave the planet. The aliens must hide from the government and the people who want them gone. What will become of the intergalactic love story? If you are watching this film, make sure that you watch the original with subtitles because the English dubbing is simply terrible. Apart from the engaging storyline, the movie has stunning design and CGI. This makes for a sensational viewing experience, and you cannot take your eyes off the screen for a second. The Russian setting allows a different feel to the movie than the usual Hollywood flick on aliens. The ending too is quite different from what the Hollywood fans would expect. The actors do a great job, and the beautiful Irina Starshinbaum is indeed capable of making aliens fall for her. A sequel for the movie is set to go on the floor very soon, and the trailer has already released. Watch this movie for a unique experience. Starship Troopers, 1997. How often do you see a masterpiece being appreciated many years after its release? The curious case of Starship Troopers is one of those instances when a brilliant idea by legendary filmmaker Paul Verhoeven was slammed by the critics. Later on, however, it went on to be regarded as a cult classic. The plot takes a look at the militaristic foreign policy of the United States as a graduate is sent off to fight a war with alien bugs. These aliens are determined to destroy our planet, and the soldiers are not equipped enough to defeat them in battle. But due to the rhetoric and sloganeering, the youth are inclined to join the forces and march to their deaths. The movie is one of the finest anti-imperialist films ever made with sarcastic take on American culture of jingoism. Even the ending of the movie is not the usual heroic victory, but you see the soldiers marching back to advocate future wars. Understanding such a well-made parody was beyond most of the critics back then. This movie gathered some unfortunate criticism that it was dumb and goofy, whereas that was the whole point. Starship Troopers has humor, action, and most importantly, it gives you something to think about. The direction and cinematography are going to leave you spellbound. It is one of the most misunderstood movies ever, and you would be surprised at how good it actually is.
Get away from that boy!
Cowboys and Aliens, 2011. Cowboys and Aliens is cheesier than a mozzarella stick, but it does promise to be a joyful experience. It is about a spaceship that lands in Arizona, and on board is some aliens who want to take over the world. It is up to some natives and cowboys to stop these marauding aliens from conducting a successful invasion. Go and watch the film to find out how they managed to defeat these powerful aliens. Firstly, hats off to the producers because it takes a man with a gut of steel to invest this much money on such a cheesy subject. The end result isn't half bad as the critics make it out to be. There are some mesmerizing visual effects alongside some action-packed scenes. The likes of Daniel Craig, Harrison Ford, and Olivia Wilde deliver the goods when it comes to acting performances. With Spielberg in charge of things, you can be certain that he will cater to the masses, and so he does. Even with a basic storyline, the film packs quite a punch. Cowboys and Aliens is yet another case of the critics not quite understanding the purpose. It was meant to be uninhibited entertainment, and that is precisely what it is.
Die, you alien shithead!
I surrender!
Mars Attacks, 1996. Armies from Mars arrive on Earth and pretend to have peaceful intentions initially. However, soon some people discover their sinister plots as they start attacking cities with their lethal weapons. They derive joy from killing and destroying as the humans struggle to match up to their strengths. These aliens also have a wicked sense of humor that is visible from the way they go about things. But are they actually bad, or are they simply misunderstood? Mars Attacks has an interesting twist in the tale. One of the best things about this movie is the cast of superstars like Pierce Brosnan and Jack Nicholson. Even Sarah Jessica Parker and Michael J. Fox provide perfect support. Despite the initial flack it faced from the critics, the movie went on to become a cult classic. This is a parody at its finest, with television, religion, army, politics, and literally everything in the mix of things. Cinema anarchy seldom gets better. The makers spent a lot of money to make the sets look like the typical 50s sci-fi movies. Don't watch it expecting a serious sci-fi story. Instead, go for the laughs, and you won't be disappointed. They Live, 1988. A construction worker, Nada, finds a pair of sunglasses that allow him to view the real picture of the world. He sees the hypocrisy and lies of the government and media. He also realizes the presence of aliens who are trying to keep humans subdued under their influence. The humans are indifferent to everything, and only a few like Nada are aware of what exactly is happening. Now they must team up to lead a fight against these aliens. The movie is cleverly constructed satire as the director John Carpenter exposes the corrupt and deceiving socio-political systems. The film has some tacky swag, mostly by Roddy Piper, the man regarded as the rock of the 80s. His trademark dialogue in the film was, "I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick ass." And that should say something about his character. This film takes on the blatant consumerism of the 80s, where the elites of society take advantage of the working class. There are some hilarious one-liners, plenty of action, and a social commentary that actually conveys a deep message. Grab a few beers and enjoy this terrific movie for a fun evening.
Mazel tov, it's a boy!
Evolution, 2001. It all starts off with a meteorite crashing into the Earth. When two professors are sent to check out the crash site, they realize the presence of alien organisms. These organisms came in the meteor and are evolving fast, threatening humanity. Before they evolve any further and can take over the world, the two professors must team up with a firefighting cadet and a scientist to put an end to the alien menace. The cast is perfect, with the likes of David Duchovny from X-Files in the lead yet again. Others like Sean William Scott and Julianne Moore also perform brilliantly in this movie. The witty script is another great asset of the film, and despite the common alien movie premise, the execution is unique. The production quality is impressive, which showed in the special effects for the creatures. Overall, it is 90 minutes of pure entertainment, and if you appreciate such movies, this one will be time well spent. Appeal to you. Parasyte Part 1, 2014. More often than not, the live-action movies are much worse than the anime version, but this movie is an exception. A parasitic organism invades the body of a high school student named Shinichi and takes control of his arm. Soon, the creature acquires intelligence and knowledge of its surrounding, as Shinichi slowly discovers the actual truth behind the numerous murders that take place all over the world. Besides the perfect storyline, the film boasts of some great actors who pull off a skillful performance. There are some scary parts in the plot, and it will manage to hold your excitement all through the movie. The CGI also deserves some appreciation, especially with the part where heads morphed into the blades. This is a great adaptation of Hitoshi Iwaka's manga, and it even retains some of the original characters. There is some grotesque violence, such as scenes with creatures eating human flesh. The anticlimactic finish to the movie will leave you hoping for a sequel.
Anything interesting in there?
No, it's been long abandoned, maybe even before.
Annihilation 2018. If you had $1 every time a movie was made with a storyline of a meteorite falling on Earth, you would be a millionaire. Despite the common plot, this movie adds a psychedelic twist to the tale, which makes it so interesting. The story traces the expedition team consisting of a biologist and 4 others as they explore a mysterious zone where the laws of nature do not apply. The biologist is also looking for her husband, who has been missing and is presumed dead. Do the disappearance and the mysterious zone have a link? A creepy ambience is carefully built around this movie, and the story is often concerned with the psychological demons of people. The intense scenes pan out one after another as a brilliant cast consisting of Natalie Portman, Benedict Wong, and Sonia Mizuno perform out their skin. There are some minor plot holes, but the engaging storytelling won't allow you to dwell on those. Instead, you'll find yourself appreciating the abstract idea. The special effects of this film were special indeed, and it showed in the brilliant portrayal of the creature. Don't go by the critics trashing this movie, and instead, check it out for yourself. We bet you will have a wonderful time. Battle Los Angeles 2011. The Earth is invaded by some killer aliens who land in Los Angeles. A team of US Marines is sent on a rescue mission to get some civilians trapped inside the alien territory. They have to finish their task in 3 hours, following which the Air Force would bomb the region. During this mission, the Marines learn how they can kill the aliens, but can they get out alive? Do not have unrealistic expectations of a timeless classic from this movie. It is a simple story with aliens and the army shooting and blowing each other up. Enjoy it for what it is and appreciate the visual experience. The special effects are on point as you witness a realistic touch to the battle scenes. Those who like war movies like Black Hawk Down will find a similarity in the way the scenes have been shot. The critics have been extremely harsh with this one, but you can't really be judging baking skills while you eat steak. Go and watch it for a fun movie night with friends.
What did you do?
I rewired it on the way down.
Justice League: The New Frontier 2008. DC Universe is back with a bang as they put out a brilliant story with this film. The plot spins around Green Lantern and Martian Manhunter, although there is a presence of other heroes like Flash, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and others. When a threat to Earth is perceived, the heroes must team up to fight off the threat. The only complaint that you will have after watching this movie is that it is too short. The film beautifully captures the essence of the comics from which it is adapted. It deviates from the usual DC content, and it has creative takes on the heroes. The makers used the backdrop of the 50s to their advantage and portrayed it perfectly. Those familiar with the 50s production design and Warner Bros. Cartoons such as Batman will find the animation to be similar. The voice acting is decent by the likes of Neil Patrick Harris, David Boreanaz, and the others. If you are a DC purist, then you ought to give this a try.
Vaya con Dios, you son of a...